So you got this far, turned your controller to pieces, and now you want to put it back together. I'm Max from LifeHackerMax, and in this video I'm going to show you how to assemble your PlayStation 4 controller. I am also going to share with you 3 tips that you might find useful, so stay until the end if you don't want to miss out. Let's get started! The buttons will only fit in their places and only in the right position by design. They have small plastic guides that will only allow them to fit in their designated slot. When mounting the silicone pads, pay attention to the small plastic pins on the case. They should go in the small holes on the pads. The dark inserts on the pads should face you, as they will make the electronic connection when you'll be pressing each button. The D-pad doesn't have a special position when inserted. You can go wild on this one, but the silicone pad has to be fitted on the plastic frame inside the case. Make sure the plastic pins go in the holes as well. The PS button has a plastic guide that won't let you place it upside down, as well as the connection pad that has 2 holes that must match with the plastic pins on the case. Did that? Good! Moving to the electronics. There is a certain approach when fitting back the conductive film. The main contacts will have to go on the other side of the plastic frame, in a hole that is smaller than the film. Watch how I insert one corner first and then the other. The contacts, where the triggers will be, need a little help to get in their place. Next, press gently on the film around the plastic pins. This will fix the film in the right position onto the interior frame. As you insert the silicone pads for the triggers, pay attention to place them correctly. One button is slightly different than the other. Placing them the wrong way might result in the controller not working properly. Place the first button inside the guide and then push it to lock it in place. The second button has a stopper inside the frame. Fit the button with the stopper first and then push firmly on the button to clip it in place. Watch closely how I do it on the other side. The electronic board also has to be matched with some plastic pins inside the interior frame and fixed in place with 2 clips. This step should be effortless, as the locking pins are very small. Putting the thumbsticks in place should also be an easy step. Tip number 1. If your thumbsticks are worn out and need to be replaced, you can replace them with any other thumbsticks from any other controller. It doesn't matter if they are from old or new controllers, from PlayStation or from Xbox or any other brand. Almost all thumbsticks should match. The vibrators have a piece of double adhesive tape on them that should be centered on the plastic insert and with the wires upwards as you look at the plastic frame. Pro tip: if you are not a fan of the vibrator's feedback and your controller feels a bit heavy in your hands, you can choose to leave the motors unmounted and go to the next step. Your controller will work just fine without them, and it will be 50 grams lighter. That is 20% of the total weight of the controller, and trust me, you will feel the difference. And if you have kids, they will thank you for taking the weight off their hands. Solder the wires in place. You You can pause the video to see where each wire goes on the board. Next, slide the touchpad in, like this, and position the internal frame in place. I used some tweezers to guide the touchpad's ribbon through the hole of the plastic frame. Connect the ribbon to the electronic board by pushing it in its slot. I have a black line on the blue tab that tells me when it is inserted correctly. Screw the battery support in place and then connect the battery. The socket for the battery has a guide that will not allow you to insert it the wrong way. Now for the bottom cover. Fitting the USB socket in its place will need a bit of patience because it's a perfect fit. Take your time with this one. Screw it in place using the slightly different screw. Place the light diffuser in its place, then the amplifier. The amplifier needs to be fitted into a plastic guide and a small pin. Then lock those in with the plastic clip. They should be clipped in place now. Now connect the ribbon to the main board with the blue tab facing the battery. When closing the case, place the amplifier first. There is a small gap on the upper case where the amplifier should go. Tip number 3. If you have more than one controller in different colors, like I do, you can mix those up and get a fresh new look for your controllers. It's a fast and easy way to customize your controllers without getting your hands dirty. Dirty, dirty, dirty. Then, clip the two cases together by pressing on them gently. Screw everything back together and you're almost done. All you have to do now is hit the like button and leave me a comment to say hello and what game are you playing right now on your console. I'm Max from LifeHackerMax and I wish you all happy gaming and thank you for watching.